out of the box, boy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Cheers and welcome to the basement. Man, my name is Bruce Lively.
Once again, I'm B-Boy Slim.
And the Basement Debates is the first exclusive hip-hop debate format. We tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family. And today is the long-awaited NAS Lost Tapes 2 album review.
We here, Queens in the building. Queens, stand up.
I can't even say nothing this time. Definitely stand up. As usual, we have 4 categories: trash, good, great,
or classic.
Where does this album fall on the basement scale? Let's find this out. With that being said, Lego. Yeah, we back at it.
We here.
We back. Yeah, the Lost Tapes 2, bro. Basically,
you ain't heard it, you sleeping.
Now
I can tell you that much. I don't care what you rate it as, but if you heard it, then you obviously in tune with what's going on in hip hop. If not, you sleeping. Wake up. Go check out the Lost Tapes.
Lost Tapes 1 and 2.
Facts.
But this too. So basically, people, you know what this is. Anybody on this show calls it trash, you get kicked out upstairs.
Bugging out.
You can't be in the basement anymore. You gotta be kicked upstairs. Good, great, classic. Where you at?
I think it's a slightly under a classic, which would I would rank it as great. Collectively, it's as I said, it's a great album. The production on this is top of the line. You got producers, from RZA to I can't think. Let me start giving the producers kudos, the production on there, the collection of production on there was top of the line. So some of the joints date back to about 7-8 years. I couldn't tell you how recent some of the joints are, but it's modern, it's relevant, So like I said, I think that it's a great album. You got joints like Bad Energy.
No bad energy. Please, no bad energy.
Who Are You?
Oh.
And where, Nas is, rhyming how Nas, you expect somebody who's done it the years that Nas has done it and at the level that Nas does it at, does it. But the music, the music is nice. So, at the end of the day, I want to let Bruce speak on how he feels about the album, but at the end of the day, I think it's a great album. Classic, because, the thing about Nas, and I had a brief discussion with Bruce off air about Nas's history, is that we always compare him and whatever he does now to Illmatic. When I was growing up, this is years ago, when you had a Source magazine to refer to if you wanted to know the latest on hip hop and what was what and how it was defined or measured. And he was maybe not the first, but one of the first artists, rap artists, hip hop artists to ever earn 5 mics, which is the highest, rating and honor that you could get in hip hop. And it was that. I think everybody would agree that if you knew about Nas in the 90s when he came out and you heard Illmatic, you realized like that is what a hip hop album like that should be. And when you look in the dictionary of hip hop albums, you know, you probably see Illmatic. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. And I think every project or every, you know, all of his work after that is compared to Illmatic, and rightfully so, because it's a classic and one of the best hip hop albums of all time. I've always said you could never recreate, you know, and Nas as an artist, you know, you could never recreate a Illmatic exactly, but you know, there are others. There's space to drop classic music after that, such as Stillmatic or whatever have you. But I just think that this particular album and collections of, you know, maybe songs that he's had already, it was well put together. Like I said, the production on it is top of the line. The rhymes are top of the line. It was a great album. You know, I don't think it had that it factor as far as being a classic album.
Well, I'm not sure about an it factor, but we're definitely looking at a classic here, people. We got a classic factor. And the thing is, it's not like it's something esoteric that we can just, you know, you feel like it should be or this and that. Classic has an actual meaning, and I brought the definition here. Judged over a period of time to be of the highest quality and outstanding of its kind. Now, to judge it against Illmatic or Stillmatic, both classics, is one thing. But is it of the highest quality and the highest standards and outstanding of its kind today? Oh man, without a doubt. You also mentioned that these are old songs. Old songs that come from a different time or some even different eras that you throw on a tape and you say, well, they sound good together. Let's find out the other meaning of classic is a work of art recognized and has established value. And it's meaning timeless as well, right? Timeless.
Thanks.
The mere fact that you can take something from 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago,
throw it out there now,
and put it out there now, remaster it, and throw it on an MP3 when it used to be cassette tape, lets you know the classic nature of this album. We can't be afraid to call it classic. We can't be afraid to call it classic because he has Illmatic. If that was the case, then The Love Below would still be considered a great and not a classic. And we know it's a classic. This is his Love Below. Let's talk about it. What do I mean when I say that? Well, when I heard The Love Below, what got me was instrumentation. Where I heard saxophones, I heard violins. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I heard jazz. Bow, doom, 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 doom. I heard all of that. When I put on the NAS, the nasty Nas, Lost Tapes 2, and you hear the Jerome, raps Jerome. He's rhyming in 6/8, yo. I don't have the time to break it down for you, but that's hard to do. He's rhyming in 6/8. Not only is he rhyming in 6/8, he's hearkening back to a time when scatting was a part of our culture and music. And doing that with words was something that was almost impossible to do. You couldn't. You scattered and you said abu bop bop biddy boop because the way that you're performing your mouth, rhyming in 6/8, is too hard to put words to. And so what he does is he puts words to it and scats again. He's reinvented it. Yes, he's reinvented scat, something that we invented 50 years ago in jazz music. We don't understand the importance of something like that because we just say, oh man, he got Al Jarreau on the track. That's not the importance of that track, even though that is important. He's reinvented scatting. Unheard of. Your boy, Key and Harold playing a trumpet at the end. It's beautiful music, people. This is his Love Below. When you talk about Who Are You, it's no longer just Nas hitting you up about the flavor of the day, which he does better. It's no longer him dropping jewels, which he does better. It's also, what do you call it? perspective on maybe something you should be thinking about yourself. Who are you? Who are you? Because he's been around we talked about this. He's been around all those people who left the hood and now look back at it crazy. The people who think that, well, because they're in politics and because they have a little money and they give back, that now they have some sort of status. No, who are you? Usually that person listens to Nas and says, yeah, Nas is right. We need to get back on that. This time, he asked them the question. Don't listen to Nas and say, yeah. Listen to Nas and say, me? Oh, man. Reflective, perspective, instrumentation, skill, beyond skill, reinventing the scat, the beats, timeless. We're looking at the definition of classic, judged over a period of time to be the highest quality and outstanding of its kind. That's this. It's not just great. This is a classic, hands down.
In the landscape of hip hop albums to come out in 20 years, things of that nature, which is why, I have it rated at where I have it rated as being a great album. And also, he's partially right, because what happens is someone of Nas's stature, someone of Nas's status, you tend to get spoiled or take for granted how many times
he's come out with classics.
He drops a classic verse. And so it's just like when Michael Jordan drops 35, you tend to just be like, that's just another day at the office, when in actuality 35, 40 points a night is probably the highest in the league. If he does that every night, then you probably is why Michael Jordan was who he was. Like, he's probably the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you get lost into that because they've done it, consistently so many times. And I told Bruce, I said, I dared somebody to tell me which verse of Nas wasn't classic, or which verse was trash, But
and then he ends up dying for that, unfortunately.
So there's truth to what Bruce is saying when he says, we can't, because it may be another classic that you're hearing, we can't be afraid to say that. But like I said, putting it up against, hip hop albums in the last 20 years.
Lyrics.
I'm not sure.
Lyrics, man. Lyrics.
And that's a fact.
Lyrics, man.
That's a fact.
There's no album last 20 years I got better lyrics.
That's a fact. Nas is Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you say? Like, that's.
And let's be honest, when's the last time we listened to a Nas tape and said, oh man, those were the best beats I heard this year? Like, then never. It's always just been the lyrics. Yeah, and this time he has
the music that matches.
Oh man.
So, and like I said, it's not
classic, and it's classic Nas.
It wasn't classic music on there or classic, lyrics on there. I just think, like I said, in totality, and putting up against the classical albums that have been released over the years than hip hop.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna ask you again in a couple weeks, and I bet you your mind changes. And you're still in digesting mode.
And that's the whole thing about classic music is.
I'll ask you again in a couple months.
Over time, should it stand the test of time? If a year from now you still say that album is great, then obviously it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you said something hot for the day or something. The flavor of the week or whatever. It's actually classic music that's, so, I don't totally, like I said, I'm not on the side of Bruce totally where I just hands down when I heard it the first couple of times, I rated it as a classic album, but, again, it's a great album nonetheless, and we could be saying the same thing. You understand?
The RZA joins, no bad energy.
RZA, that's what I meant to say. You got the RZA on there.
I'll tell you what. We're going back in a circle. So we're gonna leave it to you guys. What is this? Great? This classic?
Is it hands? If I'm bugging out, y'all let me know. If it's hands down a classic, you like, nah, man. I know in 10 years we'll still be referring to the Lost Tapes too. Then because like I said, it's easy to remember what classic is because those still hold weight in your mind to this day. So when somebody says, name me 2 hip hop classic albums, it's easy to say Ready to Die, Doggy Style, which is Biggie and Snoop. Because that you already know that. Like those are 25 years later, those still weigh heavy in your mind as being that classic. So you understand? That's when I'm saying I'm thinking of Nas Lost Tapes 2 as a classic album. I'm thinking that 20 years down the line, to me in my mind, it'll still be etched as that classic music. And I just say at this present time, and he may be right when he says I'm still digesting it. You know, it may take time for you to put it as that, but you know, in my mind right now, it's a great album. A classic might be jumping the gun just a bit, but y'all let us know what you think.
You guys let us know. And as usual, when you let us know, we do shout you out. We got a lot of shout outs. We'll do them real quick, man. Anything you feel like you need to read, let me know. But I'm gonna run through it. Rap Life Radio said, I see you. Good content. Keep them coming. Oh, salute to you, brother. Appreciate that. Rap Life Radio. My Tribe TV, All Out Attack, said, love this channel. Man, we love you, bro. You've been on part of this channel for about 2-3 years now.
Salute.
C Sugar Bow 85. Okay. C Sugar Bow 85. That's what's up. He said, you know what's mind blowing? That Nipsey's second verse was completely off the top freestyle, and he almost didn't do it. His producer had to make him come back and do the second verse because he noticed Nipsey was in a zone.
Wow.
And
deep.
Wow, I'm not sure which song you're talking about, but that's crazy. I think we had a Nip versus Vince Staples. And I think he may have been responding to that a long time ago. But if not, let me know. I appreciate that comment. I didn't know that. Chocolate Shawty said the big boy is right. I'm guessing that means me. A little heft on me, yeah. Trash verses was deep and complex like his cuz Ghostface. Nas the better artist, hands down though. Y'all on point with your convo. Nice show. Ooh, that's the trash verse Nas. People still commenting about that.
Feedback from that, huh?
Damn, Chocolate Shawty, appreciate you.
Only if Tragedy knew he had this many fans.
You're wrong for that. Eric Bobby, Draking It, Barry. Eric Bobby, Draking It, Barry, man. Appreciate you. The Donlo, nice 100. From Boyle Heights, all of that. Appreciate you. Saints Flow, appreciate you. 53 Day, wait, 5. I'm sorry, just 5. That's the name of the person. That's what's up. Appreciate you, man. Caution Styles, appreciate you. Y'all go check out Caution Styles. My Tribe TV, I'm back again. And Monterey said Big Crit, definitely the GOAT. Appreciate that. We definitely with you on that one. He's one of them. I don't know why we didn't put him in the top 50. He's in my top 50, but when we did our together top 50, he ended up being left out. Still the GOAT. And last but not least, local to global promo. Hit us up, brother. Hit us up. We want some of that promo.
It's the basement, yo. We got more dope shows coming up. The battles. I'm waiting on Smack to release some of the footage from these battles. But we got dope shows on deck. Keep tuning in. Keep subscribing. We appreciate all the love out there.
Peace.
Lights is flashing all around. Let's drink another round, provided by Team Box Cutter. You can thank me later. Just get in the spaceship with Darth Vader. The force is strong with you, girl. So we gangster. That don't mean we can't have no fun. This is the A where Snap Finger dancing and Newland came from. But if something pop off in the club, I bet these dudes lift their trunk. But right now we're not looking for violence. We just want the girls to dance and raise their hands.